Earlier this month, the Twitter world exploded. Emerson College sent students an email about an important announcement the college president would be giving later that afternoon. Students immediately went to Twitter to speculate the possibilities of the announcement. Emerson sophomore Ash Matani says it was the first time he had really seen Twitter be used as a live blogging tool.
Honestly, I never really used Twitter that much before the whole Jackie's secret event. I honestly kind of went on purely because of all the hilarious speculation that was going on about what it could possibly be. I was in class actually, and they were using the live blogging feature, and people who were at the event were just sending out these little blips oh my god, Jackie's retiring, oh my god, Jackie's crying. This really shows that Emerson is the communication school.
And experts agree. Former Emerson journalism professor and current BU professor Michelle Johnson says that social media became more respected with time in the journalism community. She wrote in an email, "Social media will become more ubiquitous. Right now you can post one thing and have it appear in multiple places, rather than go from site to post an update. Usage of that functionality will continue to grow, although the main drawback is the loss of longer narrative in storytelling. Sometimes you just need more space to tell a story." For Emerson student Martin Grossinger, using social media for self-promotion is part of everyday life.
I use Twitter to let people know when I'm going to be on air, and then once I get on air in the studio, I tweet out the topics that I'm going to be discussing on my show so that I can get callers to call in and to tweet back, and I share the tweets on air from time to time. Because everybody at Emerson seems to be very socially networked and connected, so it's important to have a presence there online so that people are aware of what you're doing.
Marketing students like senior Jeff Foster are much less optimistic about the usage of such medias.
Well, I feel like social media, especially things like Twitter, have been so successful because they're very casual. They're social. You do them on a friendly basis.
Foster, however, doesn't see its purpose in the marketing community.
Social media doesn't have a place at all in marketing. It should be used. It can be used to measure and track response to a product or a brand, and for PR purposes like that. But it should mostly be for collecting information, not for trying to put information out there at all.
Sophomore marketing student Maxwell Peters believes the biggest drawbacks to using Facebook and Twitter to promote products is the inability to stand out.
In one of my classes, Principles of Advertising, we were in charge of creating a whole campaign. My group selected to do a chain of tattoo removal parlors, and when coming down to media and stuff like that, we actually decided not to have any social media aspects. Be it Facebook or Twitter or what other things come along. Because, to be honest, who really cares? In something like that, when you're trying to market a new product or whatever, it just doesn't make sense. Your company's saying, "Oh, come check us out." Okay, who really cares? They're probably following 130 other people, and for them to take a look at what you have to say, probably won't happen.
However, some students still try to see beyond their cluttered news feeds. Film student Andrew Elnicki says he uses Twitter as a calendar.
A lot of the times it blends in because it's a lot of the times spam that I don't care about, but sometimes it's genuinely helpful. Helps me keep track of dates. It's like a little calendar book right on my internet.
For more information on how one Emerson student is running an overseas campaign using social media, see the attached Splash slideshow. For JR200, I'm Joe Heyer.